Hello, everyone. There's so much going on with Bravo that Glammy and I could not stay away. We had to have a special edition of Tea Time with Glammy and John right now to talk about all the stuff that's going on, not with just New Jersey, but Melbourne and the Euros of Hollywood and everything else that's happening. I'm so excited. Plus, it's hard for me to stay away because I love doing this. So I'm on hiatus with Eric. It's tough because I love doing shows. So we got a special edition. Of course, you can always follow me at Comedy Jonah. And Glammy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Doing the shows.
What's going on and where can we find you?
Princess Glammy on Twitter and princessglammy.com, which I'm slacking on, but you know.
So are you slacking because are you watching Big Brother Canada and all that stuff?
No, Canada's not on. It's Australia, right?
It's Australia. I don't know. I think it might have just finished. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I wasn't watching it. It was kind of. I don't like having to download things on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, it's tough.
We should have international. We should be able to watch whatever we goddamn please. I mean, it's the World Wide Web. Why can't we watch everything on the world?
Amen. All right, before we jump into all of our Bravo stuff, I do need to do our special announcements, of course. You know, you can tweet us your questions on Twitter using the hashtag YRRLive, or tweet me at Comedy Jonah, or tweet Glammy at Princess Glammy. Always thumbs up our videos. It helps us out a lot. Visit our website during our hiatus. Just mine and Eric's hiatus, not Dana's. Dana's doing everything, Bachelor, all of the blogging, everything staying the same, Utopia. But go to our website. If you're doing some Christmas shopping with Amazon, click the Amazon link and enter Amazon through our website. A little portion does go to us, does not affect the prices you pay, but every little bit helps. We also have our patron campaign, where Eric and I are coming back with an all-new, revamped show. You're going to love it. We are so excited. We have no details to give you at this time, but as soon as we do, we will let you know. You will hear it from us first. All right, let's talk about the Housewives of Melbourne. Glammy, you are the one that got me all into this. At first, I was not a fan. I was even talking with my girlfriend in LA. She wasn't a fan. But I'm hooked. They had the reunion about a week ago. It was really good. What'd you think?
I loved it. I think it's hilarious that they were talking about, oh my God, we're on a reunion. Can you believe it? We normally watch the American version, and now we're on a reunion. And I'm just like, they're like starstruck with the American Housewives. It was like, wow, what the hell's wrong with these women? They are housewives. Why are they?
They are housewives. Why wasn't Andy Cohen there?
Because he's not gay enough to wear his sunglasses on top of his head constantly. I mean, what was that look? Is that an Australian look?
You know, I was tweeting with someone and favoriting some stuff on Twitter, and you know, a lot of people were giving him a lot of flack for his kind of the fillers and the kind of plastic surgery. It was like Pitbull with a lot of plastic surgery, right?
It was.
Like
yeah.
he was wanting to dance a little bit, but
and he kept sucking up to Lydia. Like, I don't know why. I mean, did she offer him to take her, go cheese shopping in the plane with him, or why was he telling Lydia that she wasn't an idiot when everybody in the world knows she's a freaking idiot?
I think she was blackmailing him.
I think she was making photographs of him with somebody else in Port Australia. I don't know what's going on with him. But thankfully, Andrea's not coming back. Unfortunately, she couldn't keep up with the 5 outfit changes a day, apparently.
I learned that from what you tweeted out.
I couldn't believe that. 5 outfit changes or be on one of the most successful franchises in history. I think I'll quit. No, you were fired because people hate you.
Yeah, she was definitely.
And she's cuckoo. She's just not even right in the head because she couldn't have Gina.
I think she was demoted. You know how they got demoted to like the Friends, like Portia now, and the new season of Atlanta is not actually holding a peach. I think she got demoted and was too big to say, you know what? If I'm not going to be a housewife, I'm not going to do it at all.
Then I'm going to be out of there.
Yeah, I totally see her doing that.
Well, I mean, I didn't like her at all. There was just something off about her. And the dresses that she was wearing were horrific anyway, so she needed a stylist. you know, she was, who's speaking in the, which one of your puppy dogs is having a meltdown in the background? Who's talking?
It's Molly, my sweet little angel Molly.
Tell her to be quiet. Hush, Mommy, hush.
Hush, Molly, hush. Don't you cry.
So we had Andrea, and then Regina was admitted, we wouldn't admit she used the C word, but then they showed the video clips of her saying it like 10 different times. And still she said, I didn't say it to your face though, so it makes a difference. I was just saying it behind your back.
You could tell she's a lawyer, right? She's
a lawyer.
Sticky. And then she was trying to turn it around. But I don't care. I still like her. I like Gina.
I love her too. I think she's phenomenal. And she's coming back this year. And
I know. I saw her tweet.
Janet with her, I don't know. I love Janet's dress. I just don't think it belonged on her. I think it belonged on a 12 to 16-year-old girl, not a 56-year-old woman.
Well, it belonged. It belonged. She's got a great figure, but I think it belonged on somebody who didn't have like a gigantic tattoo on their like shoulder blade.
I did not notice that tattoo until like the second to last episode, and I was like, why? You know, I'm just worried. Where the hell are Lydia's tattoos? Because Lydia's outfit, the sheer Madonna-looking outfit. I mean, why did she come to work in her knickers and bra and cover a sheer night dress, like night coat thing? I was like, what are you wearing?
Well, a lot of the outfits, I think, are questionable on this season. There's so much more, how do you want to say it? Like, just really glittery, shiny, like...
It's like New Jersey on crack. Because you know how the New Jersey girls wear, like, diamante everything and glitter and hair, and it's like the 80s. It really is.
It's the 80s.
In that era, and it's very strange.
It's so the 80s, and I think that's why I love it so much. Like, my favorite part was the first reunion, you know, when we get to see them coming in and the cars are pulling up and stuff. And we see we see them with their wet hair, and then there's Gina all done up and just doing her own makeup. And
I was wondering, why in the hell were they arriving with wet hair?
Because they're getting all done up. Didn't you notice Andrea's hair looked the best it ever did? Because a professional Bravo person did it.
Well, the thing is, what's her name? Chimichanga. What's her name again?
Chica. Ay, Dios mía.
Her hair looked as bad as it always did. But the outfit made her look so much more slimmer than normal. Because
Chica is deceiving a little bit because she has a lot going on here, right? But she's not as she's full body, but she's got too much hair, which makes her look a little heavier than she is.
Go to Andrea's husband and get it.
She needs to go to the Liberty Center, right? Where they had the opening.
When they get like this. I was just saying to you that because of lighting here, I look like I've got a double chin, so I'm like, oh god.
Well, you know, I'm building my new studio, and so I have my camera up higher, so it forces me to go like this. And see, look, none.
I don't have that either normally. But anyway, I'm back to this really weird. Oh, and I'm so over the psychic woman. She's just the C word, but then
what's about the angels? The angels are telling me to take a drink of my tea right now. The angels are all around.
Shine, bitch. I mean, shut up. I mean, stop it.
Oh, Jackie. It's so funny. We heard one prediction that's what was Gina, and that was their whole issue in the beginning. And then every time we heard something, or at least maybe I missed it because I drink a lot, is, you know, she'll say something, she goes, you see, I told you, I predicted that. And it's like, I don't remember the prediction.
No, I don't remember the prediction. And I just think she's really, really snotty that she tells her husband to go out and sell more records. How about getting a job?
Yeah.
You know?
How about producing more records?
There's something, and I make my own money. I'm like,
I see her with a turban and a crystal ball, and like almost like Carnival on HBO.
There's a room full of people that are like $20 a head, and she makes $150 in a night, and she's like, "Well, somebody tipped me $10." Well, you should have seen that coming. I mean, she's so in your face. She does this,
right?
Whenever she does a cutaway, she's like, I'm like, stop doing that. Stop jumping to the camera. We don't want it. And this is the one thing I need them all to hang out with either Dina Manzo or Melissa Gorga, so they can learn how to just be really cool and relaxed and just talk to their interview person in their talking head part. It's as if their voices change, their faces change. They try to be so absolutely funny, and it's not. And Lydia's the worst because she's like this with her eyes. And I'm just like, no, they need some
bright-eyed kookiness.
I mean, even Real Housewives of Orange County season 1 weren't that bad. You know?
But it is, because like I said in the beginning, like when you and I were talking about it took me a little bit to wrap my head around it. I thought maybe I wasn't European enough. But as I relaxed into it and just stopped overthinking it and just took it in, you know what? These last few seasons of several of the seasons of all the different cities of Housewives, it's gotten, honestly, a little stale for me, and I think Melbourne has brought it back for me. I think I'm in love with it again. Melbourne was pure entertainment. The problems were so ridiculous that I loved them. Like, the biggest thing with Gina was the makeup on the towels. Like, she's got to own that, and she's going to apologize. She's going to own that. And I think that was hilarious.
How many times have you been to somebody's house and left a little something on the towel? Come on.
I never did, but I make sure I do now.
Well, check Twitter because
let me know what I'm.
There's a question on Twitter
from,
I don't know how to say the name. Is it Bernardo?
Bernardo Guzman Jr. Bernardo.
Yeah, talk about the story. The big breaking news about Bethany today. About her going back to Real Housewives of New York. I am thrilled. I don't think it's the best career move. But for us, yes.
I love it, first of all. And there was like 3 days ago, I heard about it. Bethany went on a thing and said that it wasn't true. That what she's asked all the time, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And then I see your tweet, Glammy. You're ahead of the game, as usual, with Bravo stuff. And Bethany's back.
I asked it like about 3 weeks ago, and she said no, but I am in talks with maybe doing something else with them, trying to deflect it, and it would not shut up. I mean, people were still talking about it. I think it's amazing. Now we need Jill Zarin to come back on as a friend.
Well, they've made up, so we could see Jill come back a little bit.
They've made up?
Yeah, what? No, yes, they have. Yeah.
Oh, really?
She announced that like midway through her talk show that was canceled. Maybe that's why she's back. She's got more time.
Well, I don't think it's the best career move for her, unless she's trying to flog something else other than Skinny Girl something. Maybe if, you know... Yeah, I know, me too. The
I buy the but I'm buying the popcorn now, too. Like the lime and salt. It's really good. And it's low in calories.
Well, it's going to be very strange to see, first of all, which house is she going to be in? Because, as you know, Jason and her are still fighting over the apartment in New York, right? So does she have a new house?
It's all settled. It's all settled.
What about Bren being on the show?
Oh, we don't know.
So it might be just fabulous Bethany being unfiltered and offensive as hell all over again, but the rich version. And I love it. I think it's great because, you know, she was always always dressed in like the J. Crew outfit when everybody else is in Prada and Chanel. And now she's going to be in like, oh, darling, I got 5 of those. And, you know, the real Chanel jackets, not the Forever 21 version. So I'm really excited that Bethany's
She could buy them all.
She could be the richest bitch on the show. There's no one. Ava
I would be.
If Aviva, is it Aviva? Yeah, if Aviva was coming on back, but she's not, she'd still be richer than her. You know,
well, who do you think that Bethany's going to have an issue with? Is it going to be like Carol? Is it going to be Heather? Will she get along with Heather, you think, better than maybe any of the other girls?
No, I don't know. I think she's going to really hook up with Luann because she's going to want to be friends with somebody from the past.
True.
I don't know. So it'll be, you know, they were all like drunk and stuff, and they were all at a wedding. So the new girl, she may be the big bully that doesn't allow the little girls, the new ones, to play in their sand pit or sandbox. So, I don't know, it'd be funny, because she's going to be the lead. She's the only one off of Real Housewives of New York that's ever had their own show, not 1, but 2.
Yeah.
So, she's way better than the rest of them. So, I'm excited about that. I don't know if it's a good career move, though, where does she go now?
Yeah.
After this, what does she do? Does she do Bethany getting hitched again? You know, having another kid? I mean, Bethany ever after again?
Bethany starts a new business.
I mean, is she going to does she have another book coming out? Like Bethany's Guide to Divorce? I mean, what? I mean, I'm not sure what she's going to do. You know, maybe she'll do New York and New Jersey simultaneously, so she can be on both seasons of both shows, because she's kind of right on the edge of living in both, and then she can take over from Teresa Giudice.
Ooh, because of her hiatus.
Yeah, she's going to be on a slightly longer hiatus than the 6 months that they normally have.
Do you think they'll let her watch the next season of New Jersey in prison?
I don't know what time the television privileges are in prison. I mean, are they daylight hours only? I mean, I don't know. Do you have to put 50 cents in the box for it, on the timer? I don't know how it works.
It's not a tampon. It's not a public machine with tampons. I don't know.
Well, I'm just wondering, do you pay as you go? Do you slide your credit card and hers is already denied because she's overdrawn? I mean, how does that work?
This is 2014. You probably log in with PayPal. We don't know.
But wouldn't the IRS have seized all the money that she's going to make while she's in jail because she owes them so much? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm all joking aside. With regards to them, that was kind of shocking that she got 15 months. It really was. Joe, no, I knew he was getting. Oh, he was getting. Do
you think that maybe they did it just kind of like, listen, other housewives, don't do this.
Well, here's the problem. They entered into a plea deal. Now, I'm not an attorney, but when the attorney, it says on the plea deal, you're going to get between 12 and 20 months, and Joe, you're going to get anywhere between 36 and 66 months, or whatever it was. It doesn't mean probation. It means you are going to serve jail time. So why are people shocked? It said on the paper. Doesn't make sense. I was like, I just want to know how much she's getting. People are like, oh, she's going to get probation. I'm like, but that wasn't the plea deal. Unless they're changing.
I think they were hoping that she would get probation because she's a mother. Now, I thought that the courts did a really nice job. They're letting her go first. They're letting her spend their holidays with her kids. Then once she's done, then Joe goes. And then in between all of that, they decide if Joe's going to be deported or not, right? Is that the story?
You imagine if you and I, who just do this for fun, we rip off the IRS or whatever the hell it is, forget to do our tax returns, and do a couple of 25? How many millions of dollars of loans did they do without jobs? The actual mortgage fraud was millions. So you and I do that, and are they going to send us to prison that day and say fuck Christmas?
Oh God!
Yeah, you and I are going straight to clink clink, as the girl said. We're gone. And I don't understand. My thing is, why would they do it? Why wouldn't they just do it at the same time together? Both of them go January 5th. Because then it would be shorter amount of time for the kids. What they've done now is they've added 15 months with the 41 months together. It's a longer time for the kids to be without their parents. It is,
but then it's also the kids did not fill out the loan application fraud. Yeah. So they're just letting one person go, and then daddy can go for a while mom nurtures the kids for the longer period of time, which I think is nice. How do you think
Gia's going to act in Melania, knowing that every day they spend with their dad, their mom is one day closer to coming home, but he's one day closer to leaving? It must be a complete mess up in these kids' heads. It's awful for them.
Well, at 2, it's 15 months. So even though they get this Christmas this year, 2015, they don't get Christmas with mommy. But they have daddy. And then the following Christmas, they have mommy for the next 15 years.
Well, this is the thing I thought. I heard it was on the Real Housewives show last night, where Richard Walicki, whatever his name is, Wakili. He says, oh my God, before Joe gets home, Gia will be driving. No, Gia will not be driving. Gia will be in college because you've not added on the 15 months for Teresa first.
Gia will be a public defender who can defend him once he gets out.
I'm just like, no, it's not going to be over when he's 16 and a half. It's going to be over when he's 18. Because you're dragging this out for so long because they're serving one sentence then another. And did you hear he goes back to court and something happened? He did something about...
Well, the driver's license. It's the driver's license.
Yeah, I saw him screaming at the cameras, basically flipping them off and shoving cameramen through doors and shit. I'm like, oh. But obviously the PR woman that's been on their case was
what? What about when one of the people, I don't know what it is, say, hey, Teresa, you watch The Orange is the New Black? What? Was that a little insensitive, you think, Glammy?
Well, I mean, it is because, first of all, why the hell are we even... Why are they running down the street with cameras chasing these people? They're reality TV stars. Do we really give that much of a shit? You know?
Here, as we sit here and talk about it.
I mean, we can talk about the show, but what they do outside the show is not really our concern. But then they bring it into the show. Bravo brought it into the show. So we then talk about it. You understand what I mean?
So I know exactly what you mean. And I think also, too, what I want to know is, and you and I have talked about it before, but now that the whole thing is kind of wrapped up in a very ugly bow, do we think Teresa had a lot of knowledge with it or not? Or do you think she was innocent and that she needs to hire a contract lawyer from now on because she didn't understand what she was signing? Do you think she understood what she was signing?
I don't know, because I wasn't there when she signed it, but all I can say is when I sign documents, I read the damn thing. You know? You just do. Even when you go to the, we've got restaurants and they swiped a credit card, and they've automatically put on 20% tip. No, I'm not signing that. I'm not paying that. And a lot of restaurants do that. I'll pay you the 15% or whatever it was.
What if you got really good service, though?
Oh, no.
What if I was your waiter? Would you give me 20%?
Yeah. I give you more than 20%.
Oh,
I give you more than 20%.
Oh, Glammy. Oh, my goodness gracious.
So let's talk about the finale of Real Housewives of New Jersey, which to me was a complete bore fest. It was boring.
Did you have your gin and tonic like we talked about on Facebook?
I did, and it was still like this. It was really kind of boring. It was the lead up to the butterfly, whatever. What's it called? Yeah. Ladybug event. And it was the ladybug thing. And then the ladybug thing was like 2 seconds. But
it's been beaten to our heads for the whole season. It was like 2 seconds.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dina's dress sold the entire season. That dress that she had, oh my God, she looks amazing. And I did like how she sat there getting her hair extensions put in on camera. I thought that was really cool of her to show that she could be as fake as the rest of those bitches. But no, I loved her dress. I loved everything about Dina's entire outfit. She looked gorgeous.
No, I loved her too. I thought she looked gorgeous. And you know what's really it just starts to really bother me is freaking Jacqueline. I mean, could she? Her messages to Teresa.
I tweeted out last night. I tweeted out enough Jacqueline with the text novels, the unwanted text novels. Who the hell? I don't want to be friends with Jacqueline. She is going to send me emails in the form of in a text message, and you're going to go, what do I say to that? I love you. I will always love you. God is looking after you. Obviously, God's not looking after you. I've just been sentenced 15 months. I mean, I'm here for you. Jacqueline, give it the fuck up. She doesn't want to be friends with you. Stop reaching out. You know?
Well, even if it's nice, like, if you kind of have a falling out, and it's like, listen, you know what? All things aside, I really hope you're doing well. Short and sweet, not this, and then I was just praying that I was happy with the kids. She's driving me nuts.
She's trying to get back on the show.
She's trying to get back on the show.
She is like, I am a housewife. Look at me. No, you're not. This is her in her talking head.
Yeah.
I'm so great. I'm like, oh, stop it.
I mean, you got to, in the kitchen and in Kathy's house, you got to see Kathy, like, starting to tear up a little bit, and then there was Jacqueline.
And she attacked her. She threw herself on top of Kathy. But did you notice?
She trumped Teresa's cousin in her own house with the tears.
But there was no tears. The makeup was perfect when she stood back up. I was like, come on.
Well, that's how I cry. What do you mean?
Okay, you went to she was like, nothing, no makeup runs, no makeup running.
Nothing.
I was like, and Chris was just looking around like, oh fuck, here we go again. Like she's getting all emotional over some chick she hasn't seen for 4 years or whatever it was.
Yes.
It's bizarre. And Kathy is the same. I mean, no one's talking to anyone. And of course Kathy's egging on by saying, well, how did she act when she saw you at Joe's father's funeral? And Jack, I nearly called her Victoria. She's so sick. Jacqueline, sorry.
Go on.
Jacqueline says she hugged me for a very long time. Like, she was like, no, I don't think that's the way it went down. I think Teresa was like this. Can you get her off of me? She won't let go. Stop it. She wouldn't let go of her. And, Jacqueline's hugging her, like, for a very long time. But I don't understand why they're even back. There was no need to have them back.
I don't mind little cut snips of them and Kathy making some cannoli. And, Jacqueline, talking, about, with her son. And we get an update on the son because, he's got autism and that's not funny at all.
But it shouldn't be.
But I don't think that we needed to see Kathy and Jacqueline together touring Kathy's house that she's building and going down the stairs in her big high heels.
Jacqueline's got all those legal problems. Jacqueline's talking about having to get rid of her house. And Kathy's like, oh, come on over to my new one that I'm building and I'll rub it in your face, bitch.
Look how big my closet is!
Your entire house is going to be. I'm like, oh. It was like kind of rubbing it in, like how bad. I mean, they're talking about we're downsizing to, a 2-bedroom condo. And it was just like, I feel bad for them because, yes, they are paying a shitload of money out for the child. But when it comes down to it, do we want to watch Scary Island or do we want to watch autism? It's the wrong channel. Put it on MSNBC or CNN special or something. I want to see the Real Housewives pulling each other's weaves out.
Right.
That's why we tune in. We want
again, I like a little update on the autism, and okay, he's doing good, and he's still alive, and he's smiling. But if I want autism, I will go search out J.D. McCartney, who has books on it and everything else, and all of the diet and all of that stuff.
I'm lucky enough that my kids do not have autism. There are kids that we know have autism, different degrees.
Yeah.
And it's hard enough to deal with during the day when you sit down and watch Real Housewives. It was like, it was so hard to watch. It was really hard to watch, and it was something like I don't want to watch this right now. It was.
I don't need a whole segment of just those two. Like I would rather have Rosie by herself, just talking to the camera, than I would.
Rosie, I want Rosie to have her own show.
Yes.
Devastated when she announced that she'd split up with her girlfriend. I was like, no.
Me too.
I was so upset. I was like, I just want.
Why isn't something sticking? Why isn't something sticking?
Maybe because Kathy and Jacqueline are in her life. I don't know.
Rosie, come hang out with us. We'll find someone. It's like those Manzo boys. They can't find anyone either. They've been on the Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo. Now they're living at home with mom on Manzo with children. They can't find anyone either.
They only live with their mother when they're filming and live in Hoboken when they're not, or so I don't know what it is.
Oh, at the Hoboken apartment? At the Hoboken? Yeah.
Well, why would they move out of their apartment? I mean, and how many times do we have to watch Blackwater, BLK, that stupid Blackwater? I don't want to watch that. I don't even know. I'm such a bad Manzo fan, which I'm not a Manzo fan, by the way. I didn't even know it was on, the Manzo with kids thing. I really didn't know. I was like, what? It's on? When did that start? And it's every day.
I did, and I've watched a couple, but it's kind of it's tough to get through. I had a conversation with Bernardo Guzman Jr., and we both kind of decided, it's a tough watch, but it's fine.
Well, talking about how do you say his name? Bernardo. He wants to know, what do you think will happen at the reunion? What do you think's going to go down? I've already heard gossip. Did you hear about the gossip about Dina kicking Ashley off the set because she was doing somebody's makeup and she didn't want her in the same place? I was reading this. So she had Ashley removed from the floor completely and told to go somewhere else. I think she was doing, it was Kathy's makeup, it must have been. Because Jacqueline didn't turn up at the reunion. Jacqueline was supposedly not there.
You're on top of it all. No, I haven't heard anything about the reunion. All I know is I'm loving Dana's braid. The braid.
I was like, how Olivia Newton-John of her. I mean, I was like, holy crap.
Have you ever been mellow? That's Olivia Newton-John song. It was that intense. Really? Wow. I think there is going to be where the hell have you gone? Get back up. Sorry.
Okay.
I can hide now in my new studio.
The reunion, I think it's going to be Teresa trying to be on her best behavior, and I really think that she said, Andy, this is probably my last reunion. Hint, hint, do I still have a job in 15 months?
She will.
Oh, absolutely. That was her, though, saying it was getting the Bravo ball rolling in her corner. Right. Because it was kind of rolling downhill, and she was, like, dragging it back. Like, come back! Yeah. And she got them back. As soon as she said that, I thought, she is not stupid, which made me think that she understood what she was actually signing, because that was the most calculating thing I've ever heard her saying. This is probably my last reunion. Andy's fully jumped at cop. Let's go to commercial. Honey.
Good. Maybe Andy can bring Danielle back on for one season to just replace her.
Fabulous.
Wouldn't that be fabulous? What about Amber's husband going after our Dina, our sweet Dina Manzo, whom I just love?
Okay, I tweeted out yesterday because I was rewatching Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I decided I was going to give it a second chance, like watch it all over again. And I tweeted out, I'm watching it for the second time, and Jim is still an arse. He then gets back in touch with me. I do not follow this man. I do not know this man. And out of nowhere, he says, if by arse you mean gorgeous, sexy husband, fabulous man, blah, 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 then yes, I'm an arse. And I said, oh, you're so funny, laugh out loud. I said, sure, I'm talking about Florida. When you were in Florida, you were obviously drunk, right? Because you don't behave that way in real life. And then he got back to me again. I'm like, why is he talking to me? I feel like he's stalking me on Twitter. Every time I say his name, he's like, oh, send. I'm like, fuck.
Did you look around? Oh my God, where is he?
I was like,
where is he?
I told my husband, I said, this guy Jim is every time I tweet about Real Housewives of New Jersey, he answers my tweets. I said, he sits there trolling the hashtag. And
he does. That's what I've heard.
Well, Mr. Glam was like, well, if it was Joe Garger, I wouldn't have a problem, or the other one that's going to jail, but that one's a prick. So he didn't even like him.
Total prick. And,
an asshole. And you can be a loving, kind husband to stand by your wife with cancer, but that does not give you the right to be a complete and utter fucking asshole to every single person you come in contact with.
Well, the twins said on Watch What Happens Live, they were on with Mrs. Braxton. I forgot.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And they said he was drunk, and, he did
Well, he tweeted me and blamed Teresa, and said Teresa and him were both drunk. Like it was her fault. For the whole fiasco. No. He was the one that started that shit. He was the one mouthing off.
I have to say, though, what I've seen on the previews of the reunion, I mean, he's pretty witty when he talks. He says, oh, is there a bathroom you can go into? No.
But
we're not there. We're not feeling
that shit about Dina. What has Dina ever done to him apart from not get down on her knees? Basically.
Don't even go with Dina. I will flip a bitch.
And Joe Garger... It takes a lot for Joe Garger to call somebody a bitch, especially a man. Mm-hmm. I mean, Joe Garger's not normally... And he's like, I'd fight him, but I don't fight... he's a bitch. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, even Joe doesn't want to go after it because he feels sorry for the little prick.
Yeah.
But, so I'm not sure how that's going to go down. I think Joe's going to step up and pretend to be the loving brother to Teresa. Mm-hmm. I think the twins are on thin ice. I don't think twins or Amber might... I don't know if are they entertaining enough to come back for a second season?
I think they are. Yes, I love the twins. We love the twins. They interact with us all the time. We love them.
Didn't they have a problem with Bobby? Isn't there a problem with Bobby?
Bobby? Which Bobby? Bobby?
Bobby, the
Bobby?
boyfriend. The boyfriend.
Well, Bobby loves her. Bobby loves
No,
Tressa.
in real life with his car dealership.
Oh. What about the things that Teresa said on Watch What Happens Live about Victoria Gotti?
Why don't you repeat those?
Why are you saying those things about the daughter of the mob? Why are you doing?
Well, I think because they want to stay on the show, and I think that they may want Victoria as the replacement for Teresa for a year, maybe.
Yeah, but if there's a hit on them, it's gonna be hard to stay on the show if there's a hit out on you. You know what I'm saying?
Does she actually have the balls, the kahunas, the network to put her on somebody?
Well, the thing that I love, too, is that Victoria Gotti sent in her lie detector results to Andy Cohen to say, listen, I said this thing about Mario or Marco or whatever, and Vito.
What's his name again? Vito, Victor. Oh my God!
I can't get the men's names right. You can't get the women's rights today, but whatever. So about him sleeping about with his mother-in-law. Yeah, Victoria sent in the results of her lie detector test. What is this? Is Victoria trying to be a housewife?
Yeah, she's trying to take over from Teresa.
I mean, she was on The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think she will be on. I think they might be asking her to give her a lot of money to get on the show. It's kind of like New Jersey mob wife suddenly.
Do we want to see her on the show?
No.
No. Bernardo, do you want to see her on the show? I want to know. Tweet me.
Yeah, Bernardo, tell us what you think.
Bernardo, my Spanish bear. Adios.
Bear? Oh, really? He's cute. Let me have a look.
Cute. Very cute.
Oh, okay. I don't want it on the show personally because I love mob wives. I love the show, but I don't want the two to be coming together. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm...
Do we need any more federal indictments? Seriously, get that on that show. Mob wives had a couple already. You know, they've all been in jail, whatever. I don't want any more jailbirds on the show. Can we just? And I hear Jacqueline and her husband have got some shit going down.
Okay, so you don't want any more jailbirds. You want more singers? Is that what you want? More albums being cut, more videos made?
No, I would like somebody to.
Because
I want a blonde. I want a Kim Zolciak.
Yes.
I want somebody with a big papa.
Yes.
I think that'd be brilliant. In fact, maybe he could get transferred to the Giants, Kim Zolciak's man, and she could be on the show.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, too, another thing that we talked about, too, is we talked about Alex McCord moving to Australia, right? Do you think she's going to be on Melbourne?
Well, no, because they've already announced the second cat. She'd have to be on season 3.
Have to be.
Yeah.
She could pop up in the middle. It's happened before. Adrian Malouf walked off and they brought in another one. We don't know.
Well, Adrian Malouf's coming back.
I know. Well, I haven't been hearing gossip about Beverly Hills. Have you?
I've heard that Adrian's coming back and she's kind of okay with...
And Camille.
And Camille, yes, occasionally she'll be on. Camille was on last year too. Why the hell did she just not get her name in lights again? You know, what do they hold in Beverly Hills? It's not an apple. What do they hold? A shoe?
The diamond. The diamond.
Give her a fucking diamond. You know, just give the woman a diamond and be done with it.
She doesn't want a diamond. She wants to be on the show, but she doesn't want everyone to know her business because she was dating that Italian guy, which I don't know if she is anymore.
No, he beat her. Remember, she ended up in hospital in Texas?
Oh, that's right.
But he won't be on next season. She will be single again. And Kyle Richards, has there been any gossip about Mario putting his pee-pee in other people's pee-pee holes? I mean, what's going on with that? No, it's not Maurizio.
Oh, yeah. Well, I heard, we got 2 soap opera girls on. We've got Lisa Rinna, who was on Days of Our Lives, and we've got Eileen Davidson, who is on Days of Our Lives currently right now, whom I love. Eileen.
Is it Elaine?
Follow me.
Is it Eileen?
It's Eileen Davidson. She plays Kristen Demera, and she's fabulous.
We talked about this before.
And the girls had just gotten back from a Mexico vacation, and I guess Eileen and Kim Richards were not getting along and called her like a dodo bird or something like that.
Who called who? What?
Eileen. I guess they
Kim names?
Called Kim Richards. They're not getting along.
Well, fabulous, because I heard that Lisa Rinna's not getting along with Brandy either, so this is going to be phenomenal.
No, because she is besties with Lisa Vanderpump.
Yeah, I know. And I love that. I think that's fabulous. I'm really happy that she's on because I like her. She's really Beverly Hills. I mean, she's on TV and she's not some nobody. Remember when the Beverly Hills women came out, you were like, well, where's the producer's wife? Where's the director's wife? Where's the hot shot? I mean, even that woman, okay, going to another Bravo show, Jeffrey Lewis flipping out. Remember he had the extra executive blonde woman, always snapping her fingers, do my backyard. She should have been on Beverly Hills because she has a big-ass house and lives in Beverly Hills. She is somebody, I don't even remember her name, but she was a complete tyrant bitch to Jeffrey. And it was just like, you know, I think she should have been on. Somebody famous, Julie Chen should have been on, you know, somebody huge. And the best, now they've got Lisa Rinna, somebody that is kind of well-known. And her husband was on LA Law, so...
Well, one of the housewives that's by you now is Dana so-and-so, who had the $15,000 glasses.
$25,000.
$25,000 sunglasses, who's now, I guess, completely broke. And living in Florida, right next to you, right?
No, right next to me. No. She's living down in Miami.
Oh, she's in Miami?
Yeah, I'm in the snooty part.
Ah. And I guess broke, and she's got all this legal stuff.
I'm also broke. Yes, I'm also broke, but I'm not going to jail for anything. I live on the Gulf Coast of Mexico, so but she lives on the Atlantic side, Pacific Waves, which could take her out. I don't know anything. I don't know how she got so fucking. She had Versace or somebody coming her hat picked for the day. I don't know how you go from there to there in a heartbeat. I mean, how does that happen?
I have no idea. You know, I think it's just kind of living beyond your means, which, you know, I did in my 20s and 30s, and now I'm a little more comfortable with myself. I don't have to, you know, flaunt it, you know.
Well,
flaunt it with my Michael Kors. I don't have to flaunt it. You know, you don't have to keep up with the Joneses, is what I'm saying. Do you keep up with the Joneses?
We are the Joneses, so...
Well, you are the Joneses. Yeah, Glammy Jones.
Yeah, as long as the other mother has called Tom, I don't mind. So what else have we got to talk about? Oh, those Eurotrash people that are coming down the line.
Euros of Hollywood.
I literally had the 30 minutes. I watched it for maybe 20 minutes and said, I can't take these people anymore. I hated them.
With the preview?
Yeah, I hated them.
How do you say that? How do you say that in America?
I was like, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. They are. Remember the TV movie somebody did that was like Eurotrash or whatever? It was like...
Yeah.
It's like literally going to be on Bravo. I'm like, I hate these people.
We've had this Shaws of Sunset, and, you know, I'm from Southern California. I'm from Los Angeles. I know a lot of, Persian people were upset with this cast because they just felt that they were portrayed wrong, and it's not an accurate depiction of Persians living in Southern California or Los Angeles. Now we've got the Euros. We got the rest of them all in one show, and yeah.
Yeah, well, suddenly I'm no longer saying that I'm European. I'm back to being British because it was easier to say European because they knew it was over that way somewhere. When you say Britain, they're like, well, where's that? And you're like, oh, God. So you just say Europe and they go, oh, it's over there. But now I would never say, if I am going to be looked at like them, then no. I'm not going to do it. There's the Albanian chick who's, she apparently has a nice voice. But then there's there's the Italian guy who's gay but thinks he can do an American accent. There's the Swedish chick who paints And then I'm lost after that.
God, you know so much more than I do.
Well, that was 20 minutes of hell. I don't know what Bravo were thinking, but the new one that's got Janine Garofalo in it, I will watch that. I think that's really interesting. This the scripted drama.
Yes,
I do think that's going to be really,
Janine.
really cool.
Yes.
I like that, and I love Janine Garofalo. She's my fan.
I do too.
Love her. I just love her.
She's
She's phenomenally funny. So I will watch that, but I've not been watching the boat one, the one with the boat and the crew. I don't watch that, and.
Like the boat and the dating, is that what you mean? Like that just wrapped up, right?
The boat, the not above deck, below deck. I didn't watch that.
I like Below Deck. I've been watching that. I'm a few episodes behind, but I'm catching up on everything on my hiatus.
Oh, you're hiatus, but hiatus.
Did you say hiatus? Is that what you just called it?
I said hiatus, but
my hiatus.
Hiatus. That's something that was that was Botched, wasn't it? That happened on Botched, the TV show. Something about that. But I want to talk to you later about we need to do things like talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta because those are my favorites. We need to do that.
We do
these showsy things. Once your hiatus is over, however long that will be. So we're gonna. I can't wait for. Real Housewives of Atlanta to come back, but I'm pissed that Shah's got delayed because of the Ryan Seacrest production strike. So it was supposed to start in October, but now it's supposed to be November, December. So that's why we've got this stupid Euro shit on. I guarantee it. So hopefully we'll get our Reza back, and Gigi will have some knives, and it'll be fabulous because she is. I love her. But that's all. And when did Beverly Hills come on? Is it March?
It's in March. It's in the spring.
Right, and Vanderpump is coming back with Vanderpump.
Vanderpump's coming.
Stassi is back on the show. I love it. Stassi's on.
Is she really?
She is. She came back. Yeah, she came back. She came back from New York. Remember, I quit. I was like, yeah, you quit until they give you $30,000 an episode. You'll be right back.
Okay.
You know, whatever she gets paid. But she's back. And Jax is fat. Jax got fat.
Jax is back?
Fat.
Fat, like chubby?
Chubby.
What?
Mm-hmm.
You know I have a picture with Jax, right?
Really? He actually grew up about 20 minutes from me, from where I am right now. And I'm not exactly sure why he left Florida.
That explains it.
I don't know why he left Florida. Let's put it this way. I have been trying to find out why he left Florida.
I think it's the heat.
Well, he's
I think they're all in heat because of the heat.
Well, he did something wrong, I believe, in Miami, but I don't exactly know what it was, so can't talk about it, but I will find out.
I love that you and I cannot stop playing with her.
It's Lisa Vanderpump. She does this all the time. She does this when she's talking to people.
Well, it's funny because we're doing a show, but then it's also almost like a Mia, right? Like,
I'm not looking at myself. I'm looking at you doing it, going, "Oh, my hair looks great now."
Well, every time you do it, then I thought, "Oh gosh, I gotta do something here too. I gotta do something."
So, what are you looking forward to coming on to Bravo? I mean, what are you looking forward for the winter season?
I'm definitely looking forward to Housewives of Atlanta. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be insane. Nene's back. Kenya's back.
Oh my God, Kenya.
Phaedra. We're gonna see all the stuff that went down with her and Apollo and the divorce and all of that stuff. So much.
Right, and then there's a new girl, right? But I recognize the new girl. She used to be on Deal or No Deal. She was the beautiful black girl on Deal or No Deal.
With the big hair, with the bigger hair?
Yes, she's fabulous.
I love her. She's done a lot of stuff too.
Beautiful, beautiful
girl.
The fact
that we don't know her name, but we will.
I'll find out. Just keep talking. I'll find out the name for you. Yes, I mean, so I'm excited about that. And when does it come back on? In a couple of weeks?
I think it does. Yeah.
I put Real Housewives of Stoic for some reason. So that I'm looking forward to them coming back. Now, what else is coming back on? There was something else coming on that I was like, what? Oh, Married to Medicine. I'm really missing those girls, and it's not fair because I really
could never get into it.
Love it. It's fabulous.
They're crazy.
Well, we know they're crazy.
Fashion queens. I love that.
Oh, and I'm watching my favorite show of all time is The People's Couch. Love, love, love The People's Couch.
You don't think really you don't think it's a little too like they're trying a little too hard?
I think the lady, the grandma with the yellow shirt on, BB Candace and I were talking about this. She seems to be over it. She's like, whatever. Claudia Jordan is the one I'm talking about.
Ah.
Claudia Jordan. She used to be on Deal or No Deal, I believe. Let me just see. She was on Dr. Drew. She was Miss USA. She was on The Price is Right as well. She's gorgeous. And she's on.
She's gorgeous. There is a show coming that's called Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce. The gal in there that plays Abby is Lisa Edelstein, and
she used to be on House. I love her.
She used to go to my grocery store in LA. Nicest person ever.
She used to be on House. I loved her because she was Cuddy or whatever her name was. I loved her. She was one of the reasons I watched House. She was a phenomenal actress. Loved her.
Did you ever watch The Singles Project or not?
I tried, and it was really bizarre, and decided not to. I was like, I don't want to give these people dating advice. I hope they never meet people ever again in real life. I mean, it's just like, what the hell?
Are you saying they deserve to be alone?
Yeah, kind of, have a cat and a dog and maybe a gerbil. I mean, they were awful. I didn't even like the girls.
You didn't get your phone and vote, or...
No, I didn't get my phone. My phone was like, screw this. I'm like,
My phone's like, I'm rebooting. I'm shutting down.
Oh my God, I've got something to tell you. So Mr. Glam nips out, and one Saturday morning, like 2 weeks ago, the day after the iPhone 6 Plus and 6S came out, or whatever the hell it's called, the 6 and the Plus. And he sneaks out in the morning and goes to Best Buy and buys himself a brand new iPhone 6. And within 2 days, it's bent. And it wasn't even a Plus, it was just the regular 6. Is that the 6?
The Plus, 6 Plus.
Well, Mr. Glam's 6 bent. Like right at the top half, about 2 inches down, it bent in half. So we took it to Apple this Saturday, and they replaced the phone for free. Now, they wouldn't have done that if there wasn't a fault or a problem, because the phone was like 8 days old and was already snapped. I mean, it literally bent. And so they give him a brand new iPhone 6.
That's awesome.
But we didn't even have any coverage, protection, nothing. They said, oh, we'll replace this. We called up Apple. They said, no problem, we'll take care of it. There has to be a damn problem with the iPhone 6s for them just to be taking them back without... I mean,
well, there is. I've got a screen protector on mine. So I have this unpenetrable cover because I'm a klutz. I've already dropped this on the treadmill like 12 times. I'm horrible with devices, so I have to wrap it.
And we did have an appointment at Apple, and they said, just hang in there, we'll be right with you. And within 10 minutes, he's walking out with a brand new damn iPhone 6. I thought they might repair it or do something with it. I gave him a brand new one. It was like 8. I was like, this is bizarre. I mean, why would... Normally, if you're walking out of the Apple store and you break shit, it's tough shit. It really is tough. Unless you bought something to go with it. But we had no insurance on it or anything, and they took it back and gave him a brand new one. It was like... Because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe that you broke it. It's the first phone he's ever broken in his life as well. It was just like this part here, from up here, it was like literally bent like an inch.
Wow.
He put it in his back pocket and it snapped. And it wasn't the Plus. It was the regular one. So be careful out there.
Be careful with your iPhone 6s. All right. Any final thoughts?
Not right now.
Not right now. Well, I forgot to address this earlier on. I know I'm in black and white. I've got a new camera, and I can't figure out how to make it color. So I just kept it black and white. I'm no Eric Curto, so I've got to just play with it. But whatevs. The show must go on.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
Eric's house is looking phenomenal.
It is. It really is. It's nice to have walls and a roof and a front door.
I did say to him. I sent him a message saying this is the tidiest construction site I've ever seen in my life. It is immaculate. I mean, does he scrub the place down before he takes the pictures, or is he such a slave driver that he won't allow anyone to put anything anywhere? Wrong.
Both.
And it's hilarious.
Both.
I can't wait to see the house. I cannot wait to see the
house. Oh, I know. It's going to be phenomenal. It's like, don't come to my house. I'm messy.
Don't come to my house either. My God.
My God. I'm just a slob. I live like a supermodel. I'm just a slob.
A supermodel. Yeah, it's kind of like me as well. I stay home all day and my husband bitches the fact that the house is a mess. Well, hire somebody to do it then, because I'm not doing it. I wasn't put on the planet to tidy up after people.
Amen, sister. Glammy, it was so much fun chatting with you and catching up on all our Bravo stuff.
I know.
So we are I'm so excited. We'll probably maybe have another special edition. Let us know if you want a special edition by commenting below. Thumbs up our videos. Tweet our link out and let us know what you thought. We'll have another special edition show. And then, of course, you will hear all about all the new stuff coming soon to yourrealityrecaps.com. So excited. Glammy, where can we find you?
At princessglammy.com and Princess Glammy on Twitter. Finally, the last time I had to say it for a while, and I get it right.
Awesome. And to my new Twitter BFF, Kathy, at Fluffy Geek Diva, this Wonder Woman mug I'm drinking out of on your behalf because we both love Wonder Woman. All right, guys. Until our next show, keep it classy like me and Glammy. Mwah. Bye.
You're still alive.
I know. It takes some time, Glammy.
Takes time?